What up, y'all? It's your boy LGE Grown. As you can see, I'm not in the car. I'm in the office, right? And I gotta be in the office and I have to really dive into talking about the Dallas Cowboys and what direction we need to go to. Now, as y'all seen in my previous videos that I have put out, I've been mentioning Matt Eberflus had to go. I'm sorry. If someone can sit here and explain to me, truly, I'm open-minded for you to explain to me why you think Matt Eberflus should stay. Because if you're going to tell me this is his first year, we didn't give him a proper evaluation to see, okay, let's talk about that, right? You would get evaluated by your performance at a job. You write a Now, this is we didn't sign, I don't even know if he had like a 3-year or whatever contract. But if he had a minimum good performance that showed the defense has potential to build, then I could say maybe give him another shot. But there's signs that Matt Eberflus did not know what he was doing coaching the defense. And I can break that down. We're talking about coverage. You ain't getting the right coverage. Now, we'll go into, okay, you had injuries. All right, that's fine. But you're still running the same zone. We're getting cooked on the zone. You didn't make the proper adjustment when the zone came. Like those are you left. Whatever you ran, you kept that. That's where it falls down to. What makes that so that, oh, he's okay to be on this team? That don't make sense. You're the defensive coordinator. You don't make proper adjustments in the game. So then he tried to I'm gonna show y'all one thing. He sugarcoated by trying to put more defensive linemen on the front line, so maybe he can get more pressure to alleviate the linebackers and alleviate the corners so they don't have to do that much coverage. Still didn't work. Now, granted, it worked against the Eagles, the Raiders, but the Raiders, obviously, you see, wasn't good this year. They got the number 1 draft pick. So the only team I say that he did good, Green Bay, Philly, Kansas City. But Kansas City ain't in the playoffs. So to only say to yourself, you beat 2 teams that were in the playoffs, and everybody else you beat, not in the playoffs. That tells y'all he need to keep his job. I don't think so. I think they did the right thing by firing Matt Eberflus. Okay? They did the right thing. Listen, I'm not a person that say this man need to be fired, but he can't be on our team. That's the bottom line. That he cannot be on our team if you're representing the Cowboys and doing the performance you're doing. That's not going to work. That's not going to cut it as a Cowboy. And diehard fans should understand that. Like, it just didn't work out. And it's okay to say it didn't work out. This season's done. He's gone. Let's move on. Okay? But that's the first. You know what? And we can also say the first step was you had to get rid of Diggs. I've been telling y'all this. Diggs had to go. I thought we can get a draft pick, but they just said, you know what? They washed their hands and cut ties. They ain't even wait till June. That's a done deal. They said that's a done deal. I said, cool. I'm cool with y'all. Cool with it. They let it go. They said you're no longer here. So change is gonna move. Now it's the way it moves. Now how we're going to make it, how we gonna look good is the big question. Now you done cut ties with Diggs, you done cut ties with Matt Eberflus. There's some contracts that you gotta negotiate. Hopefully you can get Clowney. Hopefully you can get George Pickens. Hoping you can get Javonte Williams. Those are the three people I say that you definitely need to get in this offseason. Without a question. That those are the people you have to talk to. And hopefully you're working on that in the offseason. I think Javonte, I could see y'all re-signing him. He did good. Now, with Jadon Blue and Phil Maffa playing in the last game, it's like, do you see yourself trying to get another running back for the future so you can feel secure? Because even if you sign, let's say you sign Javonte Williams, right? I would only really sign Javonte Williams a minimum 3-year contract. If I was Cowboys, I would give him a minimum 3 years. You still draft a running back, mold him for the future, and if his performance isn't doing good in the next 2 years, then that 3rd year you either going to cut your losses with Javonte and then move forward with the rookie you got. I still would put him in there rotating with Javonte, having a fresh back when you're playing with when you're running the ball. But that's mine. George Pickens, obviously that's a no-brainer. He showed y'all he can be that receiver 1A with CeeDee Lamb being receiver AB. So you got 2 dynamic receivers. You got to keep it. You're going to have to move forward trying to find you a 3rd receiver. Ryan Fenoyd is not bad to be a 3rd receiver. But who's going to be that 4th receiver? Who's going to step up? Are you still going to feel like Mingo can be that person? I don't know. Are you still feeling like, I don't think they're going to keep Tolbert. I think Tolbert's gone. You still got other receivers on your rosters that really hasn't blossomed. So you got to look for another receiver. The more weapons you give Dak, the more he can rise and be better. You already start by getting a good receiver with George Pickens. Let's keep it going. Let's keep getting better receivers for Dak. The more weapons Dak have, the better chances he have. Next, cut Terrence Steele. Steele don't need to be on this team. I'm sorry. Let him go. Now, you can slide Guyton to the right tackle and put Tyler Smith to the left tackle. And then your guard, that's who you need to focus on. Either you're going to keep Hoffman or TJ Bass at your guard position. But you definitely has to do some readjustments on your front line. That's not a question. Dak needs that block. If Dak gets coverage and he can get somebody to block for him, he can do his job. He's shown it to you. He led the league in passing with this terrible line. What more can you ask for that? And I'm the main person that gets on Dak. I hate when somebody say something about Dak. I'm the main one that get on Dak. I literally get on Dak all the times. The video shows it that I always get on Dak when he don't do his job. I can't get on Dak this year. Dak did everything in his circumstances in this season of playing his job. Paying this man $60 million, he did his job 100%. You can't ask him for more. I can't, and I hope you don't, because he did what he's supposed to do for the Dallas Cowboys. He threw 4,000 yards this year. He threw 4,000 yards this year. George Pickens had a great season this year. CeeDee Lamb got hurt, couldn't get the 1,000. It is what it is. But once next year, you'll see CeeDee Lamb bounce back and he do what he do like he always do. We just got to do fine-tuning on the offense, and we got to focus getting this defensive coordinator and get us the right directions. We got to get a safety. You can't keep them two safeties. They got to go. You can't keep Murray. Murray got to go. You got to draft a corner. You got to draft more than one corner at that. You got to sign a corner in free agency. I don't want you to rely on the draft to get two corners. Pardon me, that's my computer. I don't want y'all to rely on the draft that you got to draft all these corners. No. You need to get two corners from the draft, but you also need to pick up a corner in free agency. See if you could trade to get Tariq Woodland from Seattle Seahawks. Like, you got to start making moves. You got to make the moves to get these pieces to make your defense elite. Okay, Michael Parsons is gone. That's a closed story. I don't want to constantly talk about that. All right? It is what it is. Michael Parsons is no longer with us. I hope the best for his career. I hope he does a great job. I can't cry about spilled milk. He's gone. My focus is now, we got Quentin Williams. We got the big fella in the middle, clogging the hole. We got Clenny Clark, clogging the hole. We got Osa Diggy Zua, clogging the hole. Now, are you going to try to trade to make some assets for your team to make it better? I'm with you. But let's do it smart. Let's do it smart. You should re-sign James Houston. I forgot to mention that. James Houston did do good. You know, he did do good the first half of the season, and like he kind of fell back, like he wasn't doing what he was doing in the beginning of the season. But I would re-sign him to see if he still can show me something. You might want to sign him 1-year contract, but I will re-sign him. Sam Williams is up in the air for me. Maybe you sign him, maybe you don't. I ain't going to sign him long terms. I need to see him what he does another year before I make my rash decision. So I will sign him another year, okay? Here's where it is tricky. Dante Fowler, to me, I feel like he did okay. It was games that he showed moments and his games that he didn't show moments. So that's like up in the air for me. You can let him either, you can sign him or you don't. That right there is not really a preference for me. I really don't. Doesn't matter. Murray? Hell no. Don't sign Murray. Murray was horrible. That was the worst pickup from getting it from Tennessee. Hell no. No. Logan Wilson's fine on our team. So I'm keeping Wilson over Murray, 100%. We got to get another linebacker. All right? So I just laid the blueprint right now. So we're going to see what moves Dallas make next. And we're going to talk about it. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about this move firing Matt Eberflus. How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments. All right? Once again, it's your boy, LG Grown. I'm out.